Meghan Markle and Sophie Wessex shared in their grief as they drove behind the Queen's coffin together. The pair joined in sombre reflection as their car followed the royal procession. They drove behind their husbands, Prince Harry and Prince Edward, who marched the Queen's coffin from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall. Sophie looks like she's grieving and couldn't care much about Meghan. Doesn't look like there was any interaction between those two. Meghan's facial expression shows she's fully aware of what Sophie is thinking of her behaviour. Nobody spoke to Meghan at all, none of them. That's why she's pulling her saddest face. She will use this later to say, "You can see how sad I am. All I wanted was a friendly hello, some reassurance. But the racists made me feel invisible. When Harry grabbed me by the hand as we were leaving, his knuckles were white from squeezing so hard. If it wasn't for my husband, I don't think I'd have been able to go that day." And there's a reason why Meghan Markle wasn't in the same car as her sister-in-law on Wednesday. Royal rankings forced Markle to take a separate vehicle from Catherine, Princess of Wales, in the procession transporting Queen Elizabeth II's coffin from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall. Catherine travelled with Queen Consort Camilla because she's now the Princess of Wales and married to Prince William, the first in line to the throne after King Charles III's ascension last week. Dressed all in black, mother of two Sophie, who's been by Prince Edward's side ever since it was announced his mother had died last Thursday in Balmoral, looked deep in thought this afternoon. Sophie was very close to her mother-in-law and has been noted as the monarch's favourite family member after she married Prince Edward. She was also extremely distraught following the death of the Duke of Edinburgh and became the Queen's rock following his funeral. Naturally, Sophie, who grew up in a middle-class family and founded a PR firm before joining the royal family, has been compared with Meghan as they both underwent a huge transition on joining the families. An insider previously told, "The Queen loves the fact that Louise and James relish their time in Balmoral, and she's become particularly close to Louise, who seems to have become her favourite grandchild, closely followed by James." In a rare interview with the Sunday Times, Sophie compared her experiences to Meghan's. Speaking to the paper, she compared Meghan and Harry's experience to hers with Edward. She commented, "Remember, I'd had 5 years to adjust to royal life, and for our 6-month engagement I was even staying at Buckingham Palace. Not that you necessarily know how it will pan out." Speaking about the Sussexes' exit from the firm, she added, "I just hope they'll be happy." But possibly more pointedly, she said that the royal family do all they can to try and assist new members to adjust to the royal life, adding, "We all try to help any new members of the family." Sussex's tell-all sent shockwaves around the world in March when the couple made a series of damning allegations against the monarchy. Some in royal circles took offence after it emerged that Buckingham Palace had not been offered right of reply before the interview aired. But the Countess of Wessex made light of the situation when she and husband Prince Edward sat down for an interview with the Telegraph's royal editor Camilla. When the couple were quizzed about the Oprah tell-all, Edward joked, "Oprah who?" Sophie followed up with, "Yes, what interview?" She was later asked about an anecdote that the Archbishop of Canterbury did not know who Oprah was at the Sussex wedding. The Countess replied, "You know, if you're not into chat shows, there's no reason why you should know who she is. Certainly not in this country anyway."